So the video got a little bit funky at the end, but I'm going to still start from right here. Jacob wrote the conjecture vertical angles are congruent. He noticed that A plus B equals 180 and A plus C equals 180. Why is this true? So it's true because they're linear pairs, and we're going to use that to move forward and see what we can do with that. So how can we prove the equations are vertical are always congruent? So again, we're going to use Jacob's ideas here, that A plus B is 180 and A plus C is 180, and that's true because they're vertical angles. We'll go ahead and write that down. A plus B equals 180. And you should be typing this. And A plus C equals 180 because they're linear pairs. Okay. And so we're going to use that to help us. So we remember maybe from Math 1 and solving systems of equations doing something called the equal values method, where since these two equations were both equal to the same thing, we could set them equal to each other. And we have these two equations are both equal to 180, therefore they're equal to each other. So A plus B must equal A plus C using the equal values method. Okay, equal values method. Okay, now this is the part that's a little bit weird, but we're just, since we have all letters, that makes us, a lot of us uncomfortable. I'm cool, it's all letters, let's just move forward. We have A, and so these both have A. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract A from both sides, and then I'll have B equals C when I'm done. So for subtraction. And so I've subtracted A from both sides, and A minus A is 0, so I'm left with B, and A minus A is 0, so I'm left with C, and that's where I am. And B and C, in this picture that I'm writing all over, B and C are equal, are vertical angles, and therefore vertical angles are congruent because I use letters and not numbers. The only number I used is true no matter what when I draw these two lines, because look, those make a linear pair, and so that's 180. It's the only number I used. It doesn't matter what my picture looks like, how it looks, these two angles will still be the same because I just use letters. And so that's a proof. So 3-line proof. It's very quick, very not a big deal. And so if you can remember doing proofs last year, we did flowcharts, so we would draw arrows and stuff. I'm just writing stuff down. Okay. All right. Moving on. So now we've done a proof. Yay, so exciting. All right. Diagrams are not to scale right anywhere on the side. We're going to name them. So these are complementary. These are a linear pair. Or you can call them supplementary. This is vertical angles. Possibly linear pairs too. Okay. This last one's weird. These are actually congruent. We haven't talked about that. But based on the picture, see how they've marked them as congruent here? See how they put the same marks on both those angles? They've marked those as congruent. That's important. Now what we're going to do is, with that in mind, we are going to answer the question. So we're going to make an equation, and we're going to answer the question. So, whoops, excuse me. So these are complementary, which means they add up to 180. And so my equation will be, and not 180 to 90, my equation will be, and then there I am, because the two angles added up to 90. Okay, so then I'm going to simplify. 3x minus 3, plus 3 equals 90. I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. 3x equals 87. I'm going to divide 3 into 87. It's going to go in 29 times. And there I am. Oh wait, but I'm not finished. I've written and solved my equation. Use the answer to your equation to answer the question. What is this angle? And so the angle is BDC. What is angle BDC? So that's this one. And so I have 29 plus 7, and 29 plus 7 is 36 degrees. And so there I am. Done. No big deal. So we're going to go ahead and move on. And so this is, these two add up to 180. X equals 180, so x equals 18. What is MNP? MNP, that's this one. So 3 times 18, which is 54. Okay, moving on. This is a little weird. So we said vertical angles or linear pairs on this one. We actually have to use linear pairs. So x plus 28 plus x equals 180. And we want to know NMP, NPM. So we want to know this one. Oh, that, we'll come back to that. 2x plus 28 equals 180. Subtract 28 from 180. I get 152. Yep, 152. Divide both sides by 2. I get 76 is x. Now, I can find this is 76, and so I could use that to find it by subtracting from 180, or I can plug in here 76 plus 28, which is 6 plus 8 is 14, so 9, 104. And so this one has to be 104 because of vertical angles. So it's up to me how I want to handle that, but that's what I'm going to do, is 104 vertical angles. All right. And okay, so what is, these are congruent, okay? But what is FGH? I'm going to set them equal to each other because they're congruent, because that's what that means, that they have the same angle measure. So I set them equal to each other. I get x equals 7. I've subtracted 3x from both sides. And at the same time added 5 to 2. So x is 7. Then I need to know FGH. FGH, so the one on the bottom. And so I've got 3 times 7 plus 2, which is 21 plus 2, which is 23. Okay, and that's that. I hope this helped, and please make sure you finish that pear deck. Have a great day.